I'm Tia Mills. I'm from the Gunnison Watershed School District in Gunnison, Colorado. Gunnison Watershed School District is geographically the second largest school district, and it serves two distinct communities, Gunnison and Crested Butte. They're about 30 miles apart. Crested Butte has a 6% free and reduced population, while Gunnison's is 31%. The ELL population district-wide is just under 8%, and 92% of that population is in Gunnison. So the two communities serve very different student populations. Last March 2020, school shut down and we completed the year with online education. Over the summer, we convened a working group and developed a really detailed return to work or return to school handbook. It outlined how the district was going to return to in-person. Our superintendent, Dr. Leslie Nichols, was really committed to having that happen. The receipt of the coronavirus relief funds early last spring allowed us to immediately implement a one-to-one technology learning environment. We got our online curriculum purchased, our teaching resources. We were gearing up for the school year this year. We got HEPA filters and fans, extra custodial support, Wi-Fi hotspots. We did Spanish translation services, signage, all that was paid for with the coronavirus relief funding. ESSER 1 and 2 funds were used this last semester to help keep us in school, and we really put an increased focus on the mental health support, online teaching positions for those students who chose online, extra health aid coverage, sub-coverage for people who are out quarantining or with COVID. Intervention work district-wide we've used this last semester. We had this last year at our emergency room at our local hospital a 500% increase in community mental health cases. We here at the school formed social emotional learning teams straight out of the gate starting last summer, and COVID funds were used to help pay for a really massive gaps and needs mental health study in the district. And the results of that are being assessed now and are really helping inform the use of our ESSER money that we still have left going forward. And all told, the district spent about $1.5 million last year to be in person. Again, without the stimulus funds, we would not have been able to do that. Starting next school year, we're going to use ESSER 2 funds to continue extra custodial throughout the first semester at least. We are continuing our elementary online for one more year. We have enough interest that we can do it. It's much less than this year, but we still have interest in people maintaining online learning. And then ESSER 3 funds we're going to use to address our learning loss, for our mental health, and targeted support for our at-risk kids. So the 20% of ESSER funds that must be targeted toward learning loss are going to be used. We're going to do after-school tutoring at every school site next year. We're going to add 1.5 interventionist staff. Then we're going to pay for a 1.0 FTE position to provide support for our culturally and linguistically diverse population. We also, to help support everyone's needs, we're going to look at installing a new audio enhancement system in the Gunnison schools. Research shows that kids learn better, particularly those with attention deficit issues and kids with hearing loss, hard of hearing. Then we're going to use ESSER 3 funds to address mental health. We're going to contract with our new behavioral health department at the hospital to provide approximately 1 FTE of clinical social work support in the district. We're going to continue 2 high school counseling positions that would have gone away due to grant funding going away. We would love to have these resources permanently, but we recognize that they're 3 years in the making. ESSER 3 is for 3 years. And so if we can, for the next 3 years, provide some recovery and support for our student population, which in turn supports our community population, that's absolutely what we're going to do.